You see the title of the video. It's me, Princess Peach, back at it again with another rant video. This time, it will be a rant on Sonic Spinball, a 1993 pinball video game developed by Sega Technical Institute and published by Sega. Now let's get started. Man, Sonic Spinball was such a stupid game. But at the same time, it's not that bad aside from the music being mid. The sprite looks good and the game is a good challenge, but I had to spend hours playing the first level while dealing with the game's scrappy mechanics, and cryptic puzzles can be very difficult at times. The jump has a crouching delay before you jump, which is very awkward. Sonic Spinball consists of 4 levels, in which the player must find a certain number of Chaos Emeralds in order to advance, which I always have trouble with. Sonic Spinball has 16 Chaos Emeralds in the game, as opposed to the standard set of 7, and they are all blue colored. I don't want to spend hours finding all 16 emeralds in one sitting. I get that Spinball had only Sega of America making it and a crunch development process to meet a holiday deadline, but that doesn't excuse the god-awful controls, wonky physics, and glitchy collision detection. It makes for a totally unfair, punishingly hard game that is torture to play. Before any fans of Spinball come down on me, hear me out. I've played through Super Mario Bros., The Lost Levels, Cuphead, Ghouls and Ghosts, Hollow Knight, and both NES Zeldas. All of these games are tough, but fair, and felt extremely satisfying to beat. Not Sonic Spinball. I tried for hours to finish the last level, even using a save state to start from it with 5 lives, but all the final boss does is troll the crap out of you, and the game gives you 0 indication when it's okay to attack him, and you'll just go flying out the rocket ship and have to do another 10 minutes of glitchy crap shooting with Sonic just to reach Robotnik again. Then he drains in like 30 seconds, and I bust my controller and scream at the TV. Great concept, but abysmal execution. If only Sega had the full team and used the engine from the classic Sonic games, this could have actually been fun. If you'd like a challenge, and like pinball, then I can assure you this game is for you. And it's a game that doesn't even exist. Also, the Game Gear version of Sonic Spinball was even worse. The story is essentially the same as the Mega Drive Genesis game. Dr. Robotnik hatches a new plan to take over Mobius, and directs, a massive fortress on Mount Mobius. Being cheeky gets, Sonic Tails attempts to stop him. All goes wrong though, when the tornado biffs up, and Sonic is all on his own to defeat Egghead. As for the bosses themselves, they're exceedingly easy. They are different to the Mega Drive Genesis versions, but Sega seems to have cut down the difficulty level massively here. At the end of each stage, you'll enter a bonus stage. In these stages, you'll be placed in a big oval arena, with rings and pods to bust open with your jump move. If you spin dash up the curved walls, you'll reach the top in no time with the help of the bumpers available. Once you bust the pods in one area, a door opens in one of the walls or floors which leads into a similar arena. The aim is to bust all the pods to progress through all the areas, and reach the goal within the time limit. It can be quite jammy during the last set of levels. There are a few differences to be found in this game compared to the Mega Drive and Genesis versions of Sonic Spinball. But, this isn't really a good thing. Here's where the Game Gear Master System versions sputter out of gas. For one thing, the levels are of considerable length, but are also way too easy if you've already beaten the Mega Drive via version into oblivion, which is definitely no easy task. Looking at the showdown level, only a hardcore Sonic gamer could complete the Mega Drive game, and we've only managed to complete it about 6 times between us. Most of the levels are based on the empty Genesis versions, sure, but we know the game breaks away in terms of level design. It's incredibly simply compared to anything you'd encounter in the 16-bit game. The controls are also very iffy, and playing this game can sometimes be a bit of a janky experience. Well, you want the final verdict on this game? To be honest, I hate to be comparing this to the Mega Drive version, but I can't help it. At least the Mega Drive Sonic Spinball was challenging in some way. When I got the Master System game through the post, I completed it in 2 hours. Not what you'd call longevity at all. Essentially, where the MD game went wrong, the Game Gear Ms. game was a worse. Harsh, but true in our eyes. Sonic Spinball was never suited to the 8-bit consoles, and this pretty much proves it. Only buy this game for collector's purposes. You'd be hard-pushed to find the Game Gear game anywhere, and the Master System version is the pure example of rarity, coming only after Knuckles Chaotix and Sonic Blast, MS. To play, it's bad. To collect, you can't go far wrong. That's all the time I have. See you next time.